All right, so same thing now. Once again, we're looking at the 2n squared plus n minus 6. So the factors of 2 are going to be 2 and 1. And the factors of negative 6, now the middle one is a positive, so our larger factor should be the positive value. So you've got negative 1 and 6, or negative 2 and 3. Okay, so now we're looking at what combination of this gives us a plus 1. So if we do 2 times negative 1 plus 1 times 6, and we add those together, so that would be this 2 times the negative 1 and then the 1 times the 6. That's going to give us a negative 2 plus a positive 6, which is a negative 4. So those aren't going to work. The next one, we're going to switch it up. So now 2 times negative 2 plus 1 times 3. So this is going to give us negative 4 plus 3 equals did I do that right? Yeah. 4 times 3 equals a negative 1. Okay. So that gives negative 1. So actually what it means is, so I misspoke there, that should be a positive 2 and this should be a negative 3. Because then we get a 2 times a 2 plus a 1 times a negative 3. And this would be 4 plus negative 3, which would equal a positive 1. Okay, so this gives us our factors now. Move this out of the way. So now we know that it's going to be a 2x, and we're going to times that 2x by a positive 2, so that's going to go in the plus 2 in the opposite coefficient. Then we know that this refers to the other n value, so that's just going to be n plus 2, and then this would be the minus 3. So the 2 and the 3 are my coefficients. Sorry, not my coefficients. They are my constant terms in my binomials. And then the 2 and the 1 here, those are my numbers, my coefficients in the first term of the binomial. Okay, so that would be that one solved. By factoring, so same thing, you multiply your a term, which would be 2 by negative 6, and you get negative 12. Factors of 12 are going to be negative 1 and 12, negative 3 and 4, and negative 2 and 6. Which one of these is going to give us a positive 1? When you add them together, that's the negative 3 and the 4. So you would break up that plus n into a negative 3 and 4, and you get 2n squared minus 3n plus 4n minus 6. So the 3 and the 4 have replaced that negative 1 or the positive 1n over here. Okay, once again, then you do grouping. Take out the greatest common factor. So in this first one, it'd just be n, leaving you with 2n minus 3. And then the greatest common factor over here is going to be 2. So that's going to leave us with 4n divided by 2 would just be 2n. And that's a minus 3. So you notice 2n appears twice, so that's one binomial. And then n plus 2 is going to be our second. And there we have it. We did it by grouping as well. And you'll notice this is the same value as over here.